we doing, everybody? This is Let's Be Real with Brad. Today I'm going to be talking about a film that I really don't understand why my generation has this weird nostalgic obsession over, which is The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D. This is the first time in my Is It As Good As You Remember series, which I will continue to do over time with films that have a nostalgic cult following that people say is very good because they watched it as a kid. I'm also checking this film out again because the standalone sequel film We Can Be Heroes is releasing Christmas Day on Netflix. Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl is just not a good movie whatsoever. This movie is a big pile of stinky dog crap that has never ever held up. This movie is literally insane and makes no sense whatsoever. But Brad, it's a kids movie. Stop taking it so seriously. This movie was OG back in the day, bro. Like, you don't understand. Oh yeah, I wish that was the case. Being a dumb kids movie is no excuse when other movies made for kids have been 100 times better than actual live action movies made for adults, so that excuse is trash. And maybe you haven't seen the film in 15 years and you're trying to remember how it made you feel during that time. Let's get right into the gigantic mess, starting with the acting. All the acting is simply terrible. There are a small number of people on Twitter who are crying about Taylor Lautner isn't coming back as Shark Boy and making it such a big deal when he isn't even good in the movie and could have been played by anyone else. Main kid Max probably has the most overdramatic and awful acting. He looks like he's trying so damn hard in every scene he's in. Kid who plays Minus, or whatever the hell he is, looks like he's having an absolute blast and fits perfectly with the over-the-top scenes. The writing is god-awful. At this point, it's so bad, it's good. I consider this movie a meme, but not like a Shrek or a Sam Raimi Spider-Man meme type of movie, because those movies actually kick ass. Lines are so disposable and delivered so poorly that none of the jokes actually work. I know the point of the movie is that it isn't supposed to make sense because all of it is a dream, but that doesn't make for an interesting movie. Sure, parts of it are creative, like the land of milk and cookies, but then the film just takes the literal sayings of brain fart, Mr. Electric, and the train of thought, among others, that I think are very lazy and stupid. I know the film was made from the director's 7-year-old kid's imagination, and that's how he made the whole story, which could work. But there needs to be somewhat of a structure to it, because just saying nothing makes sense sounds like a boring and uninteresting movie. The film is also extremely cheesy and made me laugh so hard at how bad it was. This right here is the cringiest scene in the whole film.
He ruined my dream journal! I did not! Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled!
The characters are terribly written and have horrible development, as the main character Max is such an annoying and bad character all the way through. He's supposed to be the one we want to follow and like, but I ended up just not caring about him, as he just complains the entire time with his terrible acting and dialogue. Visual effects are horrendous and they look so garbage. They have always looked like crap since the film originally released back in 2005. None of it looks real. It always looks like all the characters are in front of a green screen, which does not blend well with the real people on screen. It is so distracting and will continue to look worse and worse as it ages. Pacing of this film is pretty fast, which is very good, especially with a movie like this. But then halfway through the film, it comes to a complete halt and it feels like they didn't know where else to take this story. They do some random missions that feel like could have been cut out or should have done something completely different. There is only one positive with this movie, which is, as much as this movie is just horrendous, there is this soft likability it has that doesn't make me quite so angry, just because the movie tries with its horrible, boring, and not thought out story, so many younger kids can turn off their brains and have a weird, trippy time with it. Overall, this is a terrible kids movie that doesn't have really anything to say, with terrible acting and awful visual effects that makes this boring, hollow, and truly stupid story. I wish I never watched this movie again. I'm giving this movie a 2 out of 10. Let me know if you have seen The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D, and if you have, what do you think of it? I want to know all those things down below in the comment section. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and share the video, as well as subscribe to the channel so you never miss another video. As always, I will see you all in the next video.